I'm going to do something a little different on this video. With the Tonka 411 closing, I got with Tommy Lee Bird of the Hot Rod Hoarders YouTube channel. He helped me with a lot of the history on this track, so I'm going to touch a little on the drag strip, and he will do an extensive video on that. The drag strip opened May 23rd of 1969. On its first night, a guy wrecked a dragster and got killed. His name was Floyd Whitey James out of Maryville. Sad situation, you know, on that whole ordeal, but despite that, the drag strip lived for a long time. It permanently closed, well, partially closed in 71 because of zoning violations, but the oval track didn't seem to be affected by that. The last actual day of the drag strip before they started demolishing it was the end of July in 2014. There's a big gap there I couldn't find, but it officially closed July of 14. And there's a lot of YouTube videos of racing at that track, and I enjoy watching some of that old stuff, but ultimately it ended up being the pits for the racetrack, which the oval track was already in operation. It was in 1963 is the opening day of it. So it was a 3/8 mile dirt oval, had about 2,000 seats, and it ran for quite a long time like that, and then ended up being paved in 1993 and ran a lot of paved races, a lot of big names. It, I think, ran till around 2006. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. Well, there's not as many videos as far as asphalt racing that I thought there would be, but a lot of good racing. It didn't stick. I guess the other owner decided to swap it back to dirt in 2007, but they had the leftover, which that was always the race after Thanksgiving. They done the Sportsman Showdown this past season, or this past season. It was a super good race. A lot of big late model races happened, but not as many sportsman races, so I was glad to see that. One I participated in, I can't remember if I raced in the hangover, the leftover, or what, but my experience at 411 on my first year of racing was terrible. Ended up in a wreck. There were, I think, 55 cars, and they were taking 24. I ended up 34th or something. It just was not a good weekend for me, but we're gonna tackle this race. It'll be practices the Friday after Thanksgiving. The actual race is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We're gonna go give it a shot because it's the last time we'll ever be able to be on 411. They may have a race, the hangover, on New Year's, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. It's back and forth on what we hear, but it did sell to Copart. We learned about that a few weeks ago, so that track will end up being filled in. They will probably use the buildings for the office, and we lost another one. In my time, we've lost Atomic in Knoxville, we've lost Boyd's in North Georgia, lost Cleveland Speedway, we've lost Baxter. Don't know what Crossville's going to do now, but I mean, we're losing tracks like crazy. Copart usually tackles drag strips because the land's flatter, but it's kind of a central location for them. It's a good strategy move for business, but it sucks for us. So the video next weekend will be us getting the car together for the leftover. So we're going to go give it a shot, see if we can make it in, and hopefully we can, and have a good race for the last time we will be able to be at that racetrack. So maybe it won't whip us too bad. excited to get the new combination out there and see how much we improved over our first outing out a couple years ago. So if you get a chance to go, you need to make sure you go. I'll put a picture of the flyer up in the community section, and I'll put it on our Facebook page. So if you're able to go watch, able to be a part of it, it may or may not be the last race, but it's the end of an era that we will all miss for sure, and just another track that closed down.